Let's assume that your thoughts have something to do with your destiny or your future, that you believe that your thoughts create your life. In the last episode, I mentioned that you think 60 to 70,000 thoughts in one day, and 90% of those thoughts are the same thoughts as the day before. So if you believe that your thoughts have something to do with your future, and 90% of those thoughts are exactly the same as the day before, then it makes sense then your life or your future isn't going to change very much. Because the same thoughts always lead to the same choices. The same choices always lead to the same behaviors. The same behaviors create the exact same experiences, and the same experiences produce the same emotions. And those same emotions begin to influence your very same thoughts. And everything in your biology stays the same. Your neurocircuitry, your neurochemistry, your hormones, and even your gene expression is equal to how you think, how you act, and how you feel. And how you think, how you act, and how you feel is called your personality. And your personality is intimately connected to your life or your personal reality. Reason this with me. There's a principle in neuroscience called Hebb's Law. And Hebb's Law says that nerve cells that fire together wire together. So if you keep thinking the same thoughts, making the same choices, demonstrating the same behaviors, creating the same experiences, and producing the same feelings and emotions for the last 10 years, it makes sense then you're going to begin to hardwire your brain into a very finite signature. And that box in your brain, by the time you're 35 years old, becomes a very hardwired set of programs that becomes your identity or personality. And that 35-year-old mark means that most people, by the time they reach that age, become a set of memorized behaviors, unconscious emotional reactions, automatic habits, hardwired attitudes, beliefs, and perceptions that function just like a computer program. So now when a person decides to change, and they're using 5% of their conscious mind to go against what they've memorized subconsciously, 95%, they can think positively all they want, but that thought will actually never make it past their brainstem into their body because their thought is saying one thing and their body has been conditioned into the past. So I assert that if you're not using your thoughts to be defined by a vision of the future to create a new life, then you're left with the memories of your past, and you will become predictable in your life. So most people then, when they wake up in the morning, they're a clean slate. They're not thinking anything, they're not feeling anything. In a matter of moments, because the brain is a record of the past, they start thinking about those problems in their life that are associated with certain people and certain objects and certain things at certain times and places. The moment they start thinking about those problems, they're thinking in the past because they are memories from the past. And every single one of those conditions or problems has an emotion associated with them. And the definition of a feeling or an emotion is a record of a past experience. And the moment they get in touch with those familiar feelings, and those feelings are driving their thoughts, and you believe that your thoughts have something to do with your destiny, we could say then they're thinking in the past. And as long as they're thinking in the past, their past will always be their future. Now, certain people, they get caught in these loops of thinking and feeling and feeling and thinking. Now, why does this happen? If feelings and emotions are the end product of past experiences, and you can remember experiences better because you can remember how they feel, we could say then that the stronger the emotion you feel from some problem or condition in your life, the more altered you feel inside of you, the more it's going to wake you up and you're going to pay attention to what's causing it outside of you. And when you narrow your focus on the cause, the brain freezes an image and takes a picture. And that picture becomes the memory embossed in the brain. Now, people tend to think neurologically within the circuits of that past experience, and they tend to feel within the boundaries of those emotions, which are chemicals. And of course, how they think and how they feel becomes their state of being. And you can say to a person, "Why are you this way?" And they will say, "I am this way because of some experience that happened to me 35 years ago." And what they're saying from a biological standpoint, that 35 years ago they had an event that altered them and they